Good afternoon, everyone. We begin in London, which faces tough new restrictions as COVID infections spread out of control. London will enter so-called Tier 3, the highest level of restrictions, this Wednesday. Here's Health Secretary Matt Hancock.
I know that this is difficult news, and I know that it will mean plans disrupted, and that for businesses affected, it will be a significant blow. But this action is absolutely essential, not just to keep people safe, but because we've seen early action can help prevent more damaging and longer-lasting problems later.
With me now from London is Bloomberg's Chandra. Emma, it's good to see you this afternoon. Thanks for being with us. So what is Tier 3? How is life going to change for you in London?
Well, you're absolutely right. London entering Tier 3, that highest level of restrictions. The UK split into 3 tiers, and some regions of the UK already in Tier 3. But what Tier 3 does is it closes all businesses. We're talking about entertainment venues. We're talking about restaurants, bars, pubs, all areas where you might socialise. They will be forced to close in London and large parts of the south east. Will also mean you're no longer allowed to mingle indoors with people from other households. You'll not be able to mingle with them outdoors in gardens or even in outdoor entertainment venues as well. So what we're seeing essentially is another shutdown of London and the southeast.
So the latest data, Emma, show that infection levels have gone up in all 32 districts in London this week through December 8th, and only 5 rates have lower than the UK average. Why is London faring so badly?
That's a very good question. London had been seen to be doing pretty well in the prior few weeks compared to other areas of the country, especially given, of course, it's the biggest city in the UK. It's home to 9 million people. But now they've seen this marked increase in cases. And what we heard today was that could be due to outbreaks in schools, sort of seeing a big spread among children of teenage age. But we also heard about a new variant of Covid-19 today that had been spotted, and that was considered to be perhaps behind this faster spread in London and the southeast, saying that they'd seen about 1,000 cases linked to this new variant across 60 local authorities, so not just in London and the southeast, but predominantly in London and the southeast. And that perhaps why we're seeing this faster spread. Also, that new variant, we're being told, something that had been seen in some other countries as well, and that government scientists and the World Health Organization all looking into it.
Do we know anything else about that new variant, Emma? This was certainly news to me when we heard Health Secretary Matt Hancock talk about it earlier. He cited this new variant of coronavirus. What else do we know about it?
You're absolutely right. It perhaps took a number of people by surprise when he mentioned that first in his address to the UK Parliament. The move of London to Tier 3 had been well signposted, but he spoke first about this new variant, saying again that it had been spotted linked to about 1,000 cases of coronavirus. Government scientists looking at it, the World Health Organization looking at it, but also perhaps most crucially saying that they didn't think that this new variant caused a more dramatic or worse form of the disease, and that they still believed vaccines, which of course are also top of mind for many people, they thought that the vaccines would still be useful against this new variant.
Well, Emma, you're on the ground in London. Just give us a sense of sort of the feeling there, the mood there as the city enters this new tier. Vaccine rollout is, of course, happening, and we learn about this new variant of COVID. What are you feeling?
Well, I think in terms of this new Tier 3 for London, it is something that perhaps a lot of Londoners might find disappointing, given last week we were talking all about the vaccine. The first vaccines were given. People could see sort of light at the end of the tunnel. They could see 2021 fast approaching, that they might get back to some kind of normality. This move for London into Tier 3 really delaying that somewhat. Certainly, I was out on the weekend. I was able to go outside, visit shops. I even went to a gallery for the first time in a few months, and certainly none of that will be possible next weekend, as those businesses or most of those businesses will have to close in some form or another. There is another thing to look forward to next week. Of course, we have the Christmas holidays here, and actually restrictions nationwide will be eased despite this new tier that London has entered. They will be eased nationwide for families to meet up over Christmas. So perhaps there's something something there for a lot of people to look forward to, though of course government scientists, chief medical officers, etc., warning that relaxing those rules over Christmas could lead to a further spike again.
Yeah, we hear the same thing here in the U.S. Emma Chandra from London. Thank you, as always, for your time. Emma joining us live from London.
Thanks so much for watching Bloomberg Quick Take News, where we bring you the biggest stories the moment they happen from around the world. Don't forget to click the video if you want to see more of our latest coverage, and subscribe to Bloomberg Quick Take News to get insight in an instant.